It's Kyrie P. Sean. I'm back with another video. Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna say it like that. I'm gonna say, what's up, guys? It's KP. I'm back with another video. What's going on, guys? It's KP, and I'm back with another video. But yeah, man. On the real though, what's up, man? It's KP. I'm back with another video, and what I'm gonna do this time is I'm gonna just pretty much just give a little nice autobiography about myself. Let y'all know who I am, you know. Let y'all know like where I started from, like what influenced me, you know. Just stuff like that. I'm a skim and scam, kind of like go over things, paraphrase, cause you know along the way, like later on down the line, y'all gonna actually see. Like I'm gonna show y'all. You know, put little things together. I kind of already got like some ideas what I'm gonna do. That way y'all can see in the future, you know, just stick around, you know. Like I say, watch the growth in my early video, because we gonna grow together. We gonna grow together. So yeah. Yeah, man, my name, Kyrie P. Sean. You know, I'm 24. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Ooh, that mother bad. Raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Really a little boo-boo like city. It ain't really hitting on nothing. Like it's one of like the poorest cities in the country, I believe. You know, something like that. Who knows? I really don't even give a fuck that like about that kind of shit. But I do care about it. But I'm saying like I don't really like letting no shit like that like affect me. Like that's why I'm different. A lot of people don't even be thinking like, are you even from here? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm from here. You heard me? I still rep that bitch, but I ain't. You know, it ain't shit. This bitch ain't shit, cause this is where I'm from. You know, we gonna change that though. That's the whole goal. Like, change the whole scenery. I can't be a product of my environment. That's why I'm gonna change the scenery. You feel me? But yeah, man, 24. Born and raised Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I was born March 4th, 1997. I always loved animals. You know. I always had dogs. I had plenty of dogs, man. I always had dogs. Plenty of dogs. Like, man, over the time being, man, I done had probably like 18, 19 dogs in total. Like, I used to coon hunt. That was my favorite sport. Like, it was a sport to me. A lot of people that's not a sport, they're like, what the fuck, you used to coon hunt? What is that? You know, you always used to get there, what the fuck coon hunt? Like, but then on the other hand, I was always get like, damn, you a coon hunter, man, shit, you nigga take go. I took a lot of people coon hunting. I even took my mom coon hunting. And she told me, boy, I don't see what you like about this. I ain't never going to do that again. And I'm like, well, it's cool. I used to love coon hunting so much I would cry to my mom, like, Mom, I need to go coon hunting. Like, I'd cry about it, like, seriously. But, you know, I was young then. I just wanted my way. Didn't really understand, like, you know, she just didn't have, like, we wasn't in the predicament for her to keep dropping me off in the woods every night, you know. I just wanted to go hunting. And she still would take me too, you know. She still would take me. Crazy. But, boom, I used to always hunt. I always had coon dogs. Loved that. A couple older guys had turned me on to. I had a friend of mine who used to hunt all the time together. End up getting some dogs, or different dogs also. Shit. German Shepherd mix. Had a Cane Corso mix. Had plenty of pit bulls. Pit bulls was the biggest dog. Like when it came to me having dogs, it was pit bull. Cause like it was just easy to. That was the easiest dog to come on. Like you can get a pit bull in the hood, like anywhere. Go ask your cousin, or ask his friends. They know where some pit bulls at, you know, cause you in the hood. You know, even just growing up around. That's the first time I ever seen a dog fight. Like, you know, in the hood. Like that's some shit I ain't really like. And the crazy thing is, like, a dog that I was actually about to get, like, it was gonna be my dog. Like, nah, I ain't fucking keep that dog, and you keep your energy over there. I was that young. I wasn't talking like that, but I already knew, like, I can't fuck this dude no more, cause I ain't fucking with that shit. Not no dog fight. You know, it was experience to watch, and I'm glad I can see like, okay, I don't fuck with that. I'm glad I can see that. But boom, I seen all that shit. Had plenty of dogs, and I finally got a hold of a dog they call a bully. American bully, and I got a hold of one for $80. Didn't even think about it, like second guess when it came to getting her. Like I'm finna get her. It's over with. I ain't had to think about it because she just came. Like where she came to me, she knew, and I knew. Like yeah, we made for each other. That was one cool thing about it. I'll never forget how it was when we getting. Cause me and a friend of mine, he took me around the corner when my truck was down. So me and my friend, he took me around the corner to go get her. And as we was putting up, here she come, fastest running to the street, to the car. I'm like, oh man, I'm definitely gonna get her. She wasn't even really like all that. She kind of looked a little goofy, as a kid, but she still had that look. Like yeah, I'll eventually show y'all like baby pictures and stuff of her. But I got her and she was my favorite one too. But boom, that happened, and raised her up, and like no lie, like out of all the dogs I had, like me and her just grew the closest bond. I took her everywhere. Man, when I say everywhere with me, this dog used to go everywhere with me. Everywhere, work, home, run, man, what? She'll even like if I go to the store or something, she'll sit on I'll put on the back of my truck. She'll sit there. Man, people would think she'll gonna get out, but looking at her, ain't nobody about to take her. You're not about to take this old cock strong dog. She just looking like this. But she friendly. She just stuck there. She just stayed there. Anytime. I'm talking about anytime. I done had dogs that I done jump out the back of my truck. And my own dog jump out the back of my truck like shit. But her, man, she never did that. Never. Or she'll jump up there and she'll jump down when I tell her to. But jumping off with that tailgate closed, she'll never do it. And that was just one thing that just always like just watching her grow up and how she like act and how she adapted to me as a person. Coolest thing ever. Like right now, she listening to me talk to y'all. She got her ear pointing at me and one ear pointing at the door. But take her to work. This girl, it got her eye on me everywhere. Anytime I look back, this girl's looking at me. It's creepy, but man, I ain't gonna lie. I already know that girl. Shit, you come try to fuck with me if you want to. She gonna be on your ass. That girl, but like a shadow. What? She be cold shouldered, motherfuckers. Somebody come. If I'm walking off and somebody trying to compare her, she ain't about to pay no attention to you. And that's my girl right there. We be talking to each other. Like she'll stare at me and I'll stare at her. For a good 2-3 minutes. It done happened. I done cried to this dog. She listened. We got a bond that ain't never gonna be broken. To death do us part. I don't even know what that mean, but it look like it mean bad. To death do us part. That's my right hand right there. But yeah, man. Got a couple litters off, and it just so happened my last litter was the greatest litter of them all. Man, that was the greatest litter, man. When I say that, it was so fire. I bred her to a pit bull. She a classic bully. Classic standard. I even bred it, and you can sit there and heard that she was a pocket. I'm like, damn, I didn't even know this about my dog. So, boom. She doing the thing, nice little build. She built up. She nice brown, like a little baby lion. All right. So had a nice pit bull. My coworker owned him, and I bred her to him. And they threw through 9 beautiful puppies. 9 beautiful puppies. I was so grateful for that little. She was too. But my girl ended up catching this. I'm sure some breeders ever heard of it. It's called mastitis. You know, for my breeders out there who don't know what mastitis is, for my people out there who don't know what mastitis is, I'll tell you. Now, mastitis happens when the female on the nipple, she got however many nipples she have. If one of them get clogged up, you know why? It can't let the milk out. So if it's getting clogged up, what happens is it'll start overflowing. Pus, it'll get in it, blood will get in it, because why? It's not, letting the milk out like it should, like it's supposed to. But me, unaware of what's going on, the mastitis ended up getting worse to where, so bad to where her nipple was almost impossible to squeeze. Like it was just hard, and I knew it was so much pain. So I took it to the vet last minute. We got it fixed, and took it to the vet one day. It was a Wednesday. I'll never forget it, because that's my payday. So I took it to the vet on that Wednesday to get it checked out. And boom, got to the vet. They told me what to do. Go home, get some cabbage for it. If they ever happen, you get some cabbage. They say it slows the milk production down on that tit. It slows the milk production down. So, but what you do is you freeze the cabbage for maybe like 20 minutes to an hour. Let it get nice and cold, good and cold. However long they really take, everybody freeze like some people got some cold ass freezer, I guess we can say. But however long it takes for it to get it really, really cold, and what you do, you put it on the teat. You put it on the teat, and then what that cabbage do, it draws the moisture out of it. It takes the moisture out through the pores, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on it, but if I'm not mistaken, that's how the vet explained it to me. So that's what it do, and it dries it up. You let the milk get all dry and help the teat kind of like expand. Or in some cases, what you do is you actually have to force it out. If it's still some milk coming out, but see, at this point, no milk was coming out. So like nothing I can do. Like I was even squeezing, and it was like little amounts of pus coming out. And so we took it to the vet that day, and like I said, they told me to do that. And the very next day, it actually bust. So it had like a gash in the tit about 1.5 inches long, and I could see dead in it. No, matter of fact, I'm tripping. I am tripping so bad. I don't know why I said 1.5 days. I kid you not, literally, after we left this vet, it actually bust inside my truck, because I'll never forget it. Because this what happened. I said I'd never forget it, and I said that, and I forgot it. Whatever. But this what happened. I was leaving the vet, and I stopped at the gas station, and I got back in my truck from getting the gas, and I hear her licking something up, and it sounds extremely wet. It just sounds so wet. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't never heard her just licking on herself sound like that before. Oh, that's my family here. Family just got here. But I think to myself, man, what the fuck? I ain't never heard her licking on no shit that wet before. What up? What up? What's up with you?
What's up? She went to her mom's house.
Huh?
She went to her mom's house.
Oh, your mom finna come get you?
No, your mom's shopping around.
Oh.
Who did this?
That's how the hair is, Kenzie. Yes, it is.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm on the camera right now. I'm gonna have to put this in my video, man.
All right, come on.
Hold on. Let me see. What happened was this dog was under my chair, and I ended up rolling the hair over, so I had to pull it out. I didn't know I pulled the strings out. You know what I'm saying?
It looks fine. It just looks like her hair shaved on the side. You make her unique.
Her hair's supposed to be like that.
Yep.
Alright, you about to ride out? Alright,
I can have my
I'm
dog
making
back.
a video. Yeah, you can have it back.
Well, move my man dog. I got my dog back.
Alright, y'all, as y'all can see, since everybody up here in the bottom rush me, this my mama. This my daughter. This my second half daughter. And this my girlfriend. You all up in here, they all come bum rush me in the middle of my video, y'all. This KP, this really KP game time at home. You know, I ain't gonna show y'all my dogs yet though. But that's my family. That's my family. I really did kind of forget like what I was saying. But if y'all hold on a second, just give me a second.
3 days later.
Alright, man. I was gone for a little minute, I guess. But yeah, man, she ended up catching the mastitis, ended up busting. She ended up having a gash in her like this, 1.5 inches big, so I seen inside her. You know, like I said, she was licking it up like I ain't never in my life heard her lick no shit up like this ever. So boom, she licking it up, and I'm thinking to myself, damn. So I called a vet. They couldn't do nothing for her. I was gonna take her to the 24-hour vet, but honestly, man, I ain't had the money to take her to that damn vet. So what I did was I did the hood thing, and I rigged her up, man. To the morning, and I just did it at night. I ain't saying I rigged her up forever. No. I rigged her up to the night, tied her up, held her. All right, what I did is I put the cabbage on it for her, cause that's what the vet told me to do that already. So I did the cabbage already anyway. Still did the cabbage so it could help it like dry up, and it actually helped. That's what it actually did, like help it dry up good, like really well. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I put like two or three cabbage, like routine. I switch it out like every hour as the cabbage got like hot. You know, of course it's gonna cool down because it ain't in the freezer no more. And as you take it out, I can see where all the, the pus, the blood and stuff, the milk still was coming out on it, and it dried. Honestly, it really dried it up. It dried up like good, real good. And next morning, I took it to the vet. They told me what I had to do. They stitched it up, put a tube in it, the tube was in there. They had to put a tube, let it drip all the rest of the stuff out, and they had like some surgical honey, some whatever that was, to kind of help it, like help the flow go through. And they helped it, like it'll drip for the first day it was dripping like every 10 minutes, something like that. You see like little blood drops, a slow little drip, but they kind of drained it out pretty good, and that helped dry it up. She told me to put some more cabbage on it, help dry it up some more, and boom, my girl healed up. She healed up great. Started working out better. Took her back to her vet visits, her checkups and stuff. She ended up checking out good and stuff like that. And man, when I say her breast, like her nip titties, they really came. When I say they stripped all the way back up, like they stripped all the way back up. That was like the best thing I could ask for. Like that's just her proof of letting me know, like, even the universe, us working together like that. Cause like honestly, like when I let her go and when I let her off that leash, it's like she already know, like I'm finna run, I'm finna go, and she go. I run with her. Like I said, my dad always, like I seen my dad like to run with the dog, so I always kind of thought that was cool that you him running with his dogs. There's another guy named Bishop. This guy was actually blind, and he always ran his dog too. He had a cold black pit bull, and I always thought to myself, man, I'm gonna give me a pit bull like that. Cause I say this guy pit bull was so cut up and it was cold black. It's kind of cool when you can see the cuts in a cold black dog. Like, you got you a nice dog. When you got a cold black dog, even from the distance, you can see how cut he is. You got you a nice dog. That's a nice black dog right there. And he had a cold black pit bull, and they run every day. I'll never forget that too. So I always just thought that was cool. So I picked that habit up. Me and I walk my dogs every day, and then I got to the point where now, like, take them to the running spot, and man, we cut loose. I be tired, man. One time, man, no tripped me. I hit about 5 tumbles, man. I had to get back up and shake it off. Pretend to myself like, man, nobody see that. But I honestly think she did that on purpose. Because, like, even after that, like, I watch her, like, come cut right in front of me while I'm running. Like, man, Nova, you dirty sucker, you. Dirty sucker, you. But yeah, man, that's that on there, like, with my dogs, though. So, I got Nova and I got my girl Chili Nun. Then my bullies. I also got some pit bulls. You know, y'all see them, too. Y'all see them, too. I got Sweetie, I got Bo. My little brother actually kept one off of Nova's litter. This little shit I got mastitis with. His name was Arrow. He beautiful dog, beautiful dog. Big boy too. He a nice sized boy, man. Big. His dad was big though. That's why. You know, I never could find out the lineage on his dad to really like know where he came from. But wherever he came from, he was amazing. And when I breeding, you know, like that, those type of breeding I was doing like at that time, that's what made me like want to stick to the old school like way, cause that's how I came up with dogs. Like I wanted to stick to the old school way, you know, natural tie, you know, selective breeding. You know, I ain't trying to like do that old inbreeding and you know, cloning, you know, and even AIs, like I was kind of like standoffish towards that because I really didn't like know, you know, like, and I didn't even really want to know. But the fact that I took that step and learned to, you know, that was the best thing for me. Like, it was a good experience because I actually did my first AI like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and that shit it was an experience. I ain't gonna say it was the greatest experience, but it was an experience for sure. And there's some shit I'll never forget because I learned it, I did it. I'm glad I did it, you know. So that's another way, like, helped me to learn, like, I should be more open-minded. But outside of dogs, too, I used to ride horses all the time. I used to ride horses all the time. I grew up riding horses. So you know, as we grow, hopefully, and therefore, you know, I ain't gonna say hopefully, but for sure y'all eventually see a horse pop up in one of these videos, you know. So you don't look all that, because I'm gonna have me a game time line with that too. That's just that on that. Game time staples, baby. Speak that. So yeah, you know, dogs, horses, you know. In high school, you know, I was class president. I used to play basketball for a couple of years. I wasn't really no fucking Kobe ass motherfucker. I was average player. Shit, I always be on the bench. I was a bench warmer, really. I played a couple games. But then once I got out that shit, I was like, man, I need to find something I can really do. And I ended up getting into the horses and the dogs. So that was the best thing I did. Yes, sir, it was. It definitely was.